Hey, hey, hey! Welcome, my lovelies. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Daily Vibration. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out to either listen via YouTube or tune in via my podcast. I appreciate you guys. So, now, today we're doing a Daily Vibration for February 28th, 2020. Okay? It's a Friday, all right? Major shout out to my sister, too. I've been working out with my sister for maybe 3 weeks now. So workout day, super tired. Okay. So, just major shout out to my sister. I have to give her a major shout out because I'm starting to feel like myself again. My skin is glowing, even my workout clothes, it's getting a little room in it. Okay. All right. Now back to daily vibration. Today we are vibrating on the number 7. Okay. Love the number 7. The number 7 is all about inner, right? So, just like how you have an understanding, when you're under something, you have an understanding. You also need to have an understanding of self, okay, an inner awareness of self, okay. So that's what's popping off today with the number 7, okay. There's a lot of inner going on, okay. Inner knowing, inner standing, okay. Inner wisdom is in the atmosphere today. So we do have a lot of things jumping off in the atmosphere today, and we're going to talk about those things. But before we jump into that, I do want to remind you guys that your intuition, okay, aka your opportunity, okay, or your opportunities are available to you all day, every day, okay. So your intuition is available for you to be able to tap into, so you can be able to explore all of the opportunities that are available to you, the individual, okay. Not just a collective, but as an individual, you do have opportunities that are really readily available to you if you can just become aware of that, okay. Now, let me just start by saying this, guys, right? This is important because you know how you have that old saying that opportunity comes around once in a lifetime, right? Can I tell you that that is not true? Opportunity is always readily available to you. You just need to be aware that the opportunity exists, okay? And how can you become aware? By paying attention to your intuition, okay? Now, let's move into the vibration of the number 7. All right. Today we do have intuitive energy in the atmosphere, as it always is, as it exists. Okay. We do have inner standing in the atmosphere today. You're going to have to watch your intentions today. However, there is a lot of heavy, fearful energy in the atmosphere, and we have been talking about this for days. I've been explaining this energy. I've been feeling this energy, right? And as I was having a conversation with my girlfriend, um, Danielle and Kelly, I started to talk about this place where uh, uh, it's kind of like you're just gonna have to be a little bit more reserved today, right? And what popped out as I was jotting down my notes is deep contemplation is really what it feels like. So deep contemplation is in the atmosphere today, guys. So if you find that you're just lost in thought about something, you really want to explore that, and you want to explore the feelings that come up when you're in that space and in that thought frame, right? And explore it to see if it's something that makes you feel good, maybe something that you may need to adjust in your thinking, maybe something that you may need to release, or something that you may need to heal from, right? The energy that we're in right now, especially with the sun in Pisces, okay? And if you are open to it, this can definitely help you to start to release a whole lot of shit, right? The Piscean energy can bring in a whole lot of understanding if you're open to it, right? Now, I'm not going to go into all of the reasons why Pisces rules understanding. Okay, you can watch any of the other videos, and I'm sure I drop knowledge about that all the time. But what you do need to understand is that we are about to approach a new year in the zodiac calendar. Okay, which means that we've come to an end of a zodiac year. And usually when you've come to an end of a thing, you usually want to just, especially if it's something that you've taken the time to prepare, especially if you've taken the time to get things done and put things in order. This would be a really good time for you to reflect. Okay. We got the Piscean energy, which is all about understanding, and Pisces. Now, um, eloquently put, I want you guys to really understand, There is something special about the Pisces energy. There's something special about all the energies that we interact with, right? Because all the energies that we interact with within a zodiac sign also represents facets of yourself, okay? Facets of your personality and archetypes within your psyche, okay? That you, the individual, will need to master, all right? You have all the power that you need to move mountains, aka worry, pain, trauma. Okay, so your mountains are the things that you have to get over, and the things that you may have to deal with, and the responsibilities that you may have to come into. Right. So there are many facets of yourself. All right. And there are some, and honestly speaking, for those of you that are really seeking, right, the more that you tap into these facets of yourself, the more you become activated, the more you become aware, the more you understand that you are not separated from anything, right? The more you understand that you can truly remain neutral, right? You can truly remain neutral. Because when you have an understanding of your own internal universe, you understand that you can truly remain neutral, and all of the chaos that's going on doesn't really affect your universe, right? Now, I know that might sound crazy to some of you, but trust me, it is doable, okay? So when you're studying the gurus, when you're studying the ancient ones, even when you're studying, the consciousness, the information that's coming out of the conscious community right now, the information that's coming out of the conscious community right now is you need to know thyself. If there's ever a time that you needed to know and understand yourself, it is now, okay? I remember, I want to say, this was probably right before 2012, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all something about 2012, the energy in 2012 also. This was probably right before 2012, so maybe 2010. Maybe 2010. It was definitely a little before 2012, so it had to be like 2010, maybe 2011. Anyway, it was a while ago, okay? But I remember coming into this awareness, and this is when I was going through like my spirit. I was studying a lot. I was going through a really difficult time in my life personally about accepting myself, and for me, self-worth has been something that I have had to deal with, something that I've had to overcome, and something that I have to continuously keep a watch on, because if you're not careful, things can try to creep in different ways. So learning who you are and embracing who you are is a huge and humongous part, right, of you being able to ride the wave of this energy that's coming in. You're going to have to know yourself. You're going to have to know your triggers. You're going to have to know what makes you mad, what makes you sad, what makes you happy, what makes you envious. Know yourself. There are many facets of you, okay? Now, back then, I remember crossing the bridge. I was living in the Bronx, and I definitely remember crossing the bridge to get from one end of the turnpike to the next, okay? And I remember crossing the bridge, and I remember there was not a lot of trees like they are here in the South. But I remember crossing the bridge and looking at, the little tree, the amount of, it wasn't a lot of trees in the neighborhood, but I remember looking at the trees, and I remember hearing my spirit say to me, we're going to get to a place when the only thing that you will be able to trust is your own inner knowing, your own spirit, your own gut, your own intuition. We're going to get to that place, okay? We are here now, okay? There's no more getting to that place. We're here now, okay? Now, spiritually, how this works is, and why you need to know how to trust yourself, because a lot of the activations and a lot of the things that you need to know, how to practice your magic, how to listen to your guides and your ancestors, how they communicate with you, right? This information, others can give you the steps on what to look out for, and what the signs are, but at the end of the day, if you're not doing the work by tuning in, by paying attention, by accepting that this realm exists, right, you're not going to be able to really communicate with that realm. So the first thing that you have to know is that, yes, right, there is an intuitive part of yourself that is connected to all of the opportunities, right? And there is a place within everything that's going on right now. As you master the facets of yourself, you get to a neutral place where you don't choose good or you don't choose bad. You understand that good and bad is necessary, right? You understand good and bad is necessary. It's like salt and pepper, or you can think about yin and yang, male and female, masculine and feminine, okay? So please understand that, all right? You're going to get to a place within this walk where you're going to have to see yourself yourself being neutral. You're not going to be able to choose sides energetically in all of the chaos that's going on. And I'm not saying to ignore the shit that's going on right now, because there's a lot of fear. But what I'm saying is you can see it and just not energetically agree, right? Which means that you don't have to keep your television turned on all day on the news that's pushing out some that's pushing out a lot of fear mongering, right? I'm not even going to get into the spiritual aspects of what's going on in this vibration. That's something that I'm going to talk about more on the live spiritual conversations, okay? Because I want this to be interactive so you guys can ask your questions. But what I am saying to you today, vibrating on the number 7, you definitely want to sit in some deep contemplation today, and don't sit in too much negativity. Sit in contemplation about your good fortune. Use discernment today, because that is in the atmosphere. So use that discernment. You do have good fortune in the atmosphere also. You also have knowledge seeking energy in the atmosphere today. As you seek, you shall find. So what are you seeking? That's the question. What are you seeking? Whatever it is you're seeking is seeking you, and you're going to find it. Okay. So be mindful of that. Okay. Now, the lower vibrational end of the energy that's in the atmosphere today, you guys know we've been talking about this for a while. Those of you that has been listening to my vibrations from day one, hopefully these videos have prepared you for where we are today, okay? Because we've been talking about this for a while. I talked about the anxious energy that was going to be stirred up in the atmosphere. I talked about the energy of depression that was in the atmosphere. I talked about all of that last year. We talked about that. We talked about how the energy was going to shift, and we talked about people that was not becoming more self-aware. We talked about how that was going to affect them. Okay, we're here now. Okay, so be mindful. There is definitely very hypercritical energy in the atmosphere. Okay, so people that are not dealing with their shit, yes, you can see hypercritical energy in the atmosphere. You can see antisocial energy in the atmosphere. If you do not have a community, and I'm not saying, if you have a church and that's your community, fine. Okay, some of us don't do church, right? That's also fine, right? But find yourself a community. Find yourself a support system. Find yourself a group. Find yourself something that you can tune in and turn to that radio station to get the fuel and the gas that you need. Okay, there are amazing fucking people on YouTube that's bringing you a lot of information. Some of you may not like to go as deep as I do, right? I like to fuck with the occult scientists, right? Hidden science. Give me all that hidden science. So I'm studying quantum physics. I'm studying the hidden realms. And another thing that I want to say too, that I'm actually, and it comes in bits and pieces, to be really honest with you guys, right? I'm currently decoding Netronomicon, because what I realized about the gateways, those gateways are linked to planetary systems, okay? So I'm going through that book to find out what I can find about our chakra systems and the planetary systems from Netronomicon, because that's just unlocking facets of your psyche and archetypes within you, and energy that you can use. And all of this energy is being harvested, okay? You can either use it and harvest it yourself to use it for your embedment and your empowerment and your spiritual sovereignty. That is absolutely your choice. Or you can, get caught up in that wave, right? And the wave is going to come in many different ways. And we can get into the waves and how that's going to come on the live, okay? So today, what you don't want to do is to sit too much in any lower vibrational energy, because like I said, hypercritical energies in the air, antisocial energies in the air, prideful energies in the air, self-righteous energies in the air, highly pessimistic energies in the air, depression, fucking like that. That's rampant in the air today, okay? Codependency in the air, okay? Now, the reason why that's rampant in the air, like if we're vibrating on the number 7, just by the year, the month, and the day, right? If we're vibrating on the number 7, and this is not and technically speaking, this is not even the 7th day of the week, okay? If we're vibrating, now even when you start going through the sequence of the counting the days of the week 1 through 7, even that whole numerical system is not even correct, okay? But anyway, whatever, right? Seeking you shall find, right? A lot of depression, and anxious energy in the atmosphere today that you guys are definitely going to have to be mindful of. Remember, we're still in Mercury retrograde. The sun is still in Pisces, right? Your new moon energy just happened in Pisces, and that lasts for about 14 days. So we got a couple more days to go. Like, what are we? Yeah, we got maybe about 9 or 10 more days of this new moon energy to go. So be mindful, guys. Okay, be very, very mindful. Okay, now today, however, on Relationship Chronicles, we are talking about being who you are in relationships. Do you feel that you can be who you are in your relationships? Okay, and we're not just even talking about sexual relationships, or we're just talking about relationships, right? Do you feel like you can be who you are in relationships? Do you feel like you are able to truly be yourself, right? Do you feel like you're truly able to express yourself in your relationships? Okay, so that's what we're talking about on Relationship Chronicles today. So you guys can definitely come on and join us. I think, and what I'm feeling, because the conversation gets so heavy in the information, but I'm only on for an hour, right? From 1:30 to 2:30. But I think I'm going to jump on a little earlier tomorrow. And so we can have a lengthier conversation, because this is going to get good. Okay. So Relationship Chronicles. Okay. Being who you are. Are you able to be who you are in your relationships? Okay. That's what we're talking about tomorrow. Relationship Chronicles. Okay. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share. Also, check out the description box below, because you guys can find out everything that you need to know about scheduling an appointment with me, my loves. Okay. Now, let me just say this. Okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do your, wisdoms of the day. Today I am going to use chakra cards. Okay, we're going to use the chakra cards today, because I feel like there's a lot of that anxious depression energy that I just want to say, like a lot of projective. There's a lot of projection going on in the atmosphere. Okay, so excuse me. Ooh, I am so sorry about that. I'm sorry. I was trying to hold that in, and that will not be edited. Talk about real TV, okay, or real live stream, okay. So let's start off with the wonderful Pisces, because we are in Pisces season. All right, so we're going to start off with Pisces, and we're just going to thank all of the wonderful energy in the atmosphere, thanking our guides, the angels, the higher self, the divine masculine and feminine energy. And we are just going to ask for the clear message, what you want my wonderful Pisces to know today. Okay. So Pisces, you have the prayer card popping up, and the prayer card is popping up with solar plexus energy for you today. Okay. Solar plexus energy is all about your will and your ego. All right. Now keep in mind, today's deep contemplation, Pisces. So remember that you are an energetic sponge. You can walk into a room and you can pick up other people's energy. So you want to protect your energy today. Remember, there's definitely hypercritical energy in the atmosphere. Okay, self-righteous energy in the atmosphere. So definitely, if you've already asked the universe for something, and you've already set your intentions on something, you don't have to keep asking. You stand in the fact that it's already done. Okay. All right, T. Cancers, your message today is bittersweet, and that's popping up with throat chakra work, okay? Your throat chakra is responsible for communication, all right? So either you may need to communicate a little bit more today, my wonderful Cancers, or you may not, okay? Now, because we are in retrograde, like right now, communication is just kind of confused, and people are going to be in their feelings. There's a lot going on just collectively right now, as far as very sensitive energy in the atmosphere, very, very sensitive energy in the atmosphere. This bittersweet, my wonderful Cancers, could mean that you may find something out or experience something that may be painful at first, but then as you do the healing and you do the work that's necessary, it can be a wonderful unfoldment. Okay. All right. My wonderful, wonderful Scorpios. You have this dissipating. Okay, where are you wasting your energy? Where are you focusing and giving your energy to that you should not? This is solar plexus work. This is your ego and your will. You need to tap into your intuitive nature today, okay? Don't waste time giving your energy to people or lower vibrational things today that you don't need to, okay? Watch where you're focusing your energy today, okay? Now we're going to jump into my wonderful fire signs. Let's start off with Aries. Your message today is contemplation. And I do feel like contemplation is in the atmosphere today. Actually, deep deep contemplation is in the atmosphere today. And with deep contemplation, my wonderful Aries, it's kind of like burying things that need to be buried. Don't hold on. Just let it go. Okay. This is showing up with sacral chakra energy, which is talking about emotions, relationship, and change. So what emotions, what change within the relationship that you may need to accept, embrace, forgive, just take a look at that today, my wonderful Aries. Okay. Sagittarius, your message today is despondence. Okay. Now, let me explain something to you right here. You know what song I'm hearing? She got the whole world. She got the whole world. Like that Bible study song, right? What I'm hearing, my wonderful Sagittarius, is you do not have to carry other people's worlds. You do not. You do not have to walk around mad. You do not have to walk around angry. Okay, this is third eye chakra energy. This is asking you to change your perception and how you see things. And can I tell you something? You are very, very intuitive and very, very perceptive. Okay, so you're going to have to change your perception on something. There's something in a perception that you could be sitting in today that you may have to shift out. Okay, Leos, you guys have, look at this, perception popping up. Okay. I'm hearing Leos, don't be mad. The butterflies on this card is representing to me transformation, and the dove is representing spirit, spiritual transformation. The green emerald, reminds me of your heart chakra, love, compassion, and forgiveness. The green emerald also was popping out in my head is the emerald tablet for some of you that are definitely into your studies. Okay. Very, very interesting information there, my wonderful Leos, where you can gain some enlightenment there. Okay, operate with your heart chakra today. Maybe you may need to address some things as far as your love is concerned, as far as forgiveness is concerned, or maybe compassion is concerned today. Okay, Earth signs, we're going to start off with my wonderful Capricorns today. All right, Capricorns, you guys have crown chakra work popping up. Instincts is popping up on the board. So you have to pay attention to your instincts today and trust your intuition as you move forward, okay? Before you say a yes or before you say a no, you definitely want to check in with your intuition today, okay? And I'm not talking about judgment. I'm not talking about being judgmental. I'm talking about your gut, okay? I'm talking about your gut, not your receipts, but your gut, okay? Because sometimes your gut or your intuition may ask you to be a little bit more humble than your receipt is asking you to be. And it's not because someone is getting away with something, but it could be because you're being set up for something even greater or bigger, okay? Or there's still a lesson there that you need to grab. So it doesn't mean being a fool by all means. That's not what I'm saying. But you want to trust your instincts, okay? So if your instincts and your intuition is telling you to do something, but you feel a person don't deserve it, you don't know what it was preparing you for. So you want to listen to your instincts and your intuition. It's never going to guide you in the wrong direction. You may not always want to do what it asks you to do, but it's never going to guide you in the wrong direction, hunty, okay? All right, Taurus, your message today is quest, okay? This is throat chakra energy. This is all about communication. There's a quest. Are you going to choose the path of the negative mental mind loop or the negative repetitive cycle of how you've been doing things? Or are you going to choose to do something different? This is all about the quest. It's not about mistakes. It's not about beating up on yourself. It's not about how much sins they tell you commit. That's not what it's all about. If you don't make mistakes, you can't learn. It's about the experience, okay? This is why I always say there's levels to this shit, and the people that has hurt you, you don't want to continue that cycle of hurting other people, because the same people that has hurt you, if they start to pay attention to their instincts and they start to do their spiritual work, they can definitely get a life of abundance and a beauty and all of the things that you asking for. They can get that if they're doing their work. But if you choose to sit in unforgiveness and all of that shit, you can be stuck and they can be living the life, so please understand, forgiveness and compassion, a lot of times don't have nothing to do with anybody else. It has to do with your own growth, your own, gain. Okay. So please understand that it's not always about thinking someone is walking, all over you, and sometimes people do. So sometimes you will need to make that discernment. Okay. You will need to make that discernment. I'm not saying you don't, you will. Okay. But when you know yourself, you'll know the difference, Taurus. Okay. All right. Virgos, Your message, Virgos, is gossip today, okay? And this is coming out with heart chakra energy. And gossip just simply means somebody's always going to have something to say, Virgos. And that could be you today, Virgos. What do you have to say today? Okay, when gossip pops up, it's just telling you somebody's always going to have an opinion. Somebody's always going to have something to say. And it is your choice as to whether or not someone else's opinion is going to reign more supreme, right, than your opinion. So if someone else's opinion becomes more important than your opinion of yourself, okay, you have a problem. So why should someone else's opinion of you be more important than your opinion of yourself? They can't change you. The only person that can change you is you. So that's why your perception, okay, or opinion of yourself is very important. Okay, my wonderful Virgos. People's always going to have something to say. And if you're the one gossiping, Virgos, cut it out. Okay? This is heart chakra work. Compassion, love, and forgiveness. Now, y'all know compassion does not always mean saying yes. Sometimes compassion means saying hell to the no. Okay? All right. Let's see. We got our air signs. We're going to start off with my wonderful Libras. All right, Libras, you guys have discovery popping up. Okay, sorry. Somebody pulling up in the driveway. You guys have discovery popping up, my wonderful Libras. Discovery is a root chakra. This is what's on your mind. This is what's grounding you. Now, your root chakra can definitely be where you hold fear and anxiety, okay? So you definitely want to be open for discovery today. You want to be open for, I want to say, using that inner standing, right? That inner standing, right? That inner knowing of self today, right? That knowledge and that study of self today, honey. That deep contemplation of self today to go on a discovery, okay? And the discovery could be really, really simple today, Libras. It could be as simple as, what do you want? Sit in that today. What do you want? You know? You might have wanted something last week, and then this week it could be totally different because you done found out that somebody, was dealing with some fuckery, So you might have learned that you no longer want to, entertain someone's potential if they are not working within their potential. And can I tell you guys something? That was a topic yesterday. We talked about that on our Relationship Chronicles yesterday. So you guys may want to go check that out, Libras. That was a great conversation about, staying with people based on potential that they're not utilizing. Okay, Geminis, you guys have destiny, which is a crown chakra energy popping up for you today. Crown chakra is direct information from your higher self, from the source, from the divine. Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Jenny, Michael Jackson, like all that realm. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's the crown chakra realm. Okay, now. This is asking you to pay attention to your destiny today, my wonderful Geminis, okay? Once again, what do you want? That's a great question to ask yourself today as you're in great and deep contemplation, okay? All right, last but not least, my wonderful Aquarius. And y'all know I love me some Aquarius, okay? Hey, celebrity. How you doing, celebrity? I know you watch my videos sometimes. Okay, so you do have soulmate popping up today, my wonderful Aquarius, right? And Aquarius, when the celebrity, Aquarius, when the soulmate card pops up, this is all about your perception and your self-projection of yourself. Are you really tapping into your own soul? Are you really your own soulmate? Are you your soulmate? Do you even know your own soul? So this is asking you, my wonderful Aquarius, to what vision are you seeing of yourself? Right? Are you seeing the true vision, your soul's true vision of yourself? Is that something that you're seeing, Aquarius? If not, you need to get up on that. Sit in deep contemplation today and sit with your soul. Your soul has some information for you today, my wonderful Aquarius, okay? This is root chakra energy, Aquarius. This energy can also be overtaken by fear and anxiety. This is why you want to sit with yourself. When you're really answering those questions and your root chakra is balanced, there's no fear, no anxiety. You want to take adventures. You want to do different things. You want to explore, right? So come on, ask yourself that question today. What do you want? Okay? All right, my lovelies. That is your daily vibration for today. Remember, there's some heavy energy in the atmosphere today, so less is more. Okay? Mercury's in retrograde, so communication could be a little wonky. including your electronical gadgets, okay? Be mindful if you do have something to take care of today, and it includes anything that you may have to do and use electronics. You definitely may want to leave a little earlier. So hence, if you have some GPS that you need to get up on today, don't use the exact time frame. You may want to like give yourself a little head start because of the wonky interference in the electromagnetic field. With that being said, my lovelies, once again, if you guys would like to join us on the full moon meditation on March 8th, okay, you can. That is going to be for a donation of $20, okay? Information is in the description box below if you're tuning in via YouTube. If you guys are tuning in via the podcast, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the information. You can make your donation of $20, okay, via Cash App, okay, which is $KIMOY106. Once again, $KIMOY106, or you guys can PayPal me, which is the number 4 your inner voice at gmail.com. Once again, the number 4 your inner voice at gmail.com. So the same way the channel is spelled, you can just add gmail.com, and that is my PayPal information as well as my email address in case you guys have questions. Now, if you've emailed me and I have not gotten back to you, my apologies. I will be responding to all emails over the weekend if I haven't gotten back to everyone as yet. Now, if you have made a donation for any of my classes or a donation for a reading, you should have already received an email for me, okay? So with that being said, Nefertiti, if you do watch this, major shout out to you. I have not gotten a chance to respond to your email yet, but I will, okay? Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you, okay? Do something kind for yourself, guys. Love yourself, honor yourself, be kind to yourself, okay? And try to tap into who you truly are, okay? All right, love you guys, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's Daily Vibration. Also, check out your individual videos. They're starting to go up. All of them will be up by Saturday, okay? So all the weeklies will be up by Saturday. All right. Bye, my guys. Love you. Bye.